Hey, welcome back to The Dive. Today's guest has over 12 years of corporate development and capital markets experience. He'll deep dive into the sentiment of Bitcoin to gold, an outline of Aztec Minerals, its strategy, drill results, and timelines that investors should keep an eye on as we approach 2022. He is the president and CEO of Aztec Minerals Corp. Simon Dyakowski is joining us today. But before we bring Simon on, just a quick reminder to smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hey Simon, welcome to The Dive.
Hey Cassandra, thanks very much for having me on today.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Okay, so for our viewers new to the story, what's the high-level overview for Aztec Minerals?
So Aztec is an exploration company. We're focused on the discovery of large gold and silver and polymetallic deposits, and we're focused in North America in what we view are the safest political jurisdictions. We currently have two projects. We have a silver project, a silver gold project in southeastern Arizona known as Tombstone. That's in a joint venture that we control. And we have a second project in Mexico in southeastern Arizona, and that is the Cervantes gold copper porphyry project. So those are our current focuses right now, and we're actively exploring both.
Awesome. Okay, so we have to ask, Bitcoin bull Michael Saylor said in an interview, and I quote, "The only thing that is threatened by Bitcoin is gold. The best thing you could do is sell all $10 trillion of gold and buy Bitcoin. Gold is a dead rock. It's the worst performing asset, bar none, no debate. There's no hope for it." From a mining standpoint, how do you view this kind of sentiment? Is this type of concern affecting your overall strategy?
So maybe to address that, I'll quote E.B. Tucker, and he said that gold is not physical Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is not digital gold. I'm very happy that there is a new audience for precious metals. I think it's going to come through Bitcoin enthusiasts and cryptocurrency enthusiasts. The mathematical fact is there is an infinite number of potential cryptocurrencies that could come to the market, and mathematically, any denominator divided by infinity has an intrinsic value of zero. Not that I think that cryptocurrencies are worthless, but I do think that the crypto craze has created a brand new audience for precious metals. A lot of millennials and even younger investors are talking about currency debasement. They're talking about fiat currency. And I think that when the rubber hits the road with inflation and with crisis investing, they're going to be turned potentially, new investors into gold and silver. So personally, I'm quite happy about crypto. I think, perhaps at the margin, there's been a little bit of the buyers being taken away, but I think in the long run, it will only be good for precious metals companies and investors.
They'll be back. Okay, so let's shift to your strategy. You're currently exploring polymetallic deposits in historic mining districts, as you mentioned, with elephant potential. Why does the company opt for the elephant hunting strategy?
So large companies now are more experts in mining versus exploration. So most of the expertise in the mining industry resides in the exploration companies. They need junior companies to make large discoveries to replenish their reserves. So we're focused on making large discoveries because those, when they're made, provide the maximum returns for shareholders. So within our group, we have some very talented geologists, board members, and advisors that have a track record of making discoveries, building and operating mines, and selling companies. So that's why our focus is on the elephants, if you will.
Go big or go home. Okay, so the company published its 2021 RC drill results from its Tombstone project. Could you walk us through these results, where it's leading us, and why it excites you?
Absolutely. So we went in and we drilled 22 holes this last summer at Tombstone. We were focused on expanding the bulk tonnage target we have, and it's yielded a very consistent high-grade gold and silver mineralized zone. And the highlights from that drilling, it was one of the most successful drill programs in the southwestern United States over the past couple of years. Highlight holes included hole 22, 65.5 meters of nearly 3.4 grams gold equivalent. That hole bottomed in a high-grade zone of 7.6 meters of over 22 grams gold equivalent. Similarly, hole 10 yielded 96 meters of 2.2 grams gold equivalent. Hole 3, 32 meters is 6.3. So, not to bore the viewers here, but we had several highlight holes that would have really made a drill season for a company just by hitting one of them, and we hit about a dozen of them. So it was an extremely successful campaign, and it's given us a very good look into the shallow oxide gold silver cap at Tombstone, which is growing as a deposit. It's open at depth and it's open laterally. So we have great foundations to go in next year and to expand that project, and as well to go drill deeper for sulfide targets that have the elephant potential that we were talking about. And our thesis there is based on a nearby discovery, which was made back in 2015 by Arizona Mining. They discovered the Taylor deposit. This was just 40 miles away from us, and they were sold for almost $2 billion just 3 years later. So our next drilling will include drilling our Taylor style target, as well as expanding on the high grade gold and silver that we had been drilling over the course of 2020 and 2021.
Awesome, great results. Congratulations. Okay, so last month, the company closed the $575,000 final tranche of its oversubscribed $1.6 million private placement financing. Where will these proceeds be used?
Yeah, so that was the second tranche of what was a larger $1.6 million financing. And the proceeds of that financing are going straight into the ground into our Mexican project known as Cervantes. That drilling is starting right now. We're drilling 5,000 meters, 22 holes. We're going to be following up on a discovery that we made back in 2017, 2018, where we drilled 12 holes into what is now a gold oxide cap to what might be a bigger porphyry system. The highlight drill hole there was 160 meters, 0.77 grams oxide gold. So we're going to be, we are currently drilling there now, 22 holes. About half of them are following up on that initial discovery, and then the other half are testing new targets that could yield new discoveries in themselves. So a very exciting drill program was financed with that private placement that recently closed, and it's underway right now.
All right, so one more thing before we let you go here, Simon. What are the big events, milestones, or timelines that investors should watch out for with Aztec as we head into 2022?
So the biggest event is really this drill program that's on right now. It just started. We had been preparing for it over the course of October and November. We're drilling through Christmas into January and into February. 22 holes, 5,000 meters. So it's by no means a small program. We're going to be hitting multiple targets, and the results will be rolling out from that drill program through January, February, March, and into April. So, an exciting first quarter. And once the drilling there is wrapped up, we're going to look to go right back into Tombstone and follow up on the exciting hits that we made last year. So, there's going to be no lack of news flow and results and new drilling coming up. An exciting time for Aztec shareholders.
Definitely. Well, we'll have to get you on to talk about the results when they come in.
Yeah, I'd love to. Thanks for the opportunity and the good questions today.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you later.
Goodbye.
Thanks so much for tuning in today. We'll be back again tomorrow with the latest updates in small cap news, so be sure to stay tuned by hitting that notification bell and smashing subscribe.